I wonder what that's what that's. Well, you might be able to tell me what that's like.
Yeah.
Having like somebody like that as a family member.
Right.
Who's in the public eye as much.
Yeah, it's interesting because I kind of have it from both my mom and my dad, just depending on like which group you're talking to. Obviously, my mom is a country singer, but my dad is pretty prominent in the recording and engineering industry and profession. So if I'm talking to like audio nerds, they're like, I don't give a fuck about Martina McBride. Like, your dad's John McBride, which is cool. And I'm really proud. And I think there's like good and bad to it. I mean, I definitely experienced a lot of fake friendships, you know.
I wanted to ask you about that.
Yeah, especially at Belmont. It was like sinking your teeth into that. And I never took it personally because it's just how it is sometimes, but I could always spot it from like a mile away. But it is always kind of hurts when I guess you find out later that someone who's even like become your close friend started off by like saying that stuff, you know, like that's happened like once or twice. And it's just like, damn, that's shitty, but we're like friends now. So what, like what? But I'm so,
what do you mean? Like what?
like, oh gosh. Okay. So I lived with this girl, after my freshman year, like considered her a really good friend. Friendship fell out for a multitude of reasons. And then I found out later that my other friend was like, this is really shitty, but you know, she was just like, she just wanted to be your friend to be close with that circle and get invited to Martina McBride's house and stuff like that. And it's like, damn, like we lived together for a long time and I considered you a really good friend and we're not friends now, but that's still shitty to hear afterwards. Yeah, but that's like been really the only negative experience. Other than that, I love that they're my parents. I'm like so proud of them.
That's awesome.
I almost feel like I'm their parent.
That's
I'm
awesome.
like, I love you guys. But yeah, I'm just so proud of the honestly legacy that my mom has built and the image that she's built for herself. Like, there's no bad press with her because she's just a good person and she has her shit together and her head on straight. And so does my dad. My dad gets in hot water sometimes. He's a big talker. He's very big personality. But the best man ever. And everyone who meets him loves him. But yeah, my mom she's just classy as fuck.
Right on. Martina McBride.
She really is.
Yeah. So question, like, growing up with someone appearing in the public eye like that, did you ever have like privacy issues or anything like that with like people like being like weird people like
100%.
that? 100%. Like that?
Yeah, we had like people, I want to say I was super young, so I don't really remember it. And this might be like not fabricated, but like enhanced. But I want to say that someone tried to pick me up from school one day.
Holy shit.
Yeah, like in the pickup line at my school. And they obviously noticed that it like wasn't anyone that has
Usually
ever picked
picks
me
you
up
up,
before.
yeah.
People would come to our house. One time a guy actually got through the gate, knocked on the front door. That shit was scary.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And then like we called the police and they found him and they went into his house and he had like newspaper clippings of my mom all over his walls.
Oh my God.
So that, yeah. So creepy, super creepy.
How recent is that?
That was when I was probably like 14.
Oh my God.
So like 11 years ago.
Wow.
So
Yeah.
that more of like affected you more so when you were a kid because you're like, oh God.
I'm like, this is scary.
Yeah.
Yeah. So obviously weird stuff with that. And like even on Instagram and stuff, like if my mom tags me in anything, I get like 100 follower requests. And so it's like not a big deal. It's like manageable, but it's just little things where you kind of have to think like, especially growing up, like I had to be really careful with partying and stuff and having friends over and all that, because if anyone got hurt or got in like a drunk driving crash and it came out that like Martina McBride is allowing these things to happen, like that'll look bad on her.
Which even if you're doing stuff as a teenager, you're probably doing stuff your parents have no idea
Yeah,
what you're doing.
exactly.
Like, and that has like realistically, yes, responsibility because it's your house, but like that they don't know that
They don't
something's
know.
going on.
Exactly.
Any other teenager's just gonna do dumb shit.
Totally.
You know?
Yeah.
So
Yeah, every teenager does dumb shit. And yeah, so it was like weird kind of having to also go through that filter of like, okay, I can be a dumbass teenager, but I can't be too much of a dumbass teenager because my mom will kind of get shit on for it.
yeah.
Yeah.
And you don't want to cause any like problems.
No. No.
Because they're already gonna be mad enough at you for doing shit.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, like that
They're like,
as
my
well.
name is in the papers because of this. So yeah.
Did when you were in, like, when I think of one of the things I think of in Nashville is like a lot. It seems there's a lot of entertainers and people like your mom here, big names, but there's not really like a paparazzi here. That's not really a thing. So, and when you lived in LA compared to here, is there any kind of difference with that as far as people perceiving you?
That's actually I've never been asked that before. I don't think people cared in LA at all.
There's so
Right on.
many
Yeah.
huge people there.
Yeah. They're just like, okay. And also that it's not like a huge country music
Yeah,
population.
true,
So
yeah.
they're like, okay, yeah, like my mom really likes your mom, but you know,
Sick.
but yeah, but never, you know, and I love hearing cool stories of like, actually, you know, when I was in the backseat of my mom's car, we'd always listen to My Baby Loves Me or something like that. Like that's cool. But for the most part, no one really cared.